Shabbat Shalom. Last week I spoke about how we as humans can carry and feel multiple conflicting emotions all at one time. Even as we experience sorrow or grief, we can experience joy. Shabbat is our gift, literally a sign, a symbol that joy exists and celebration is required. Light and darkness, too, exist together and are each made more evident because of the other. Light shines brighter when exploding out of the darkness, and the darkness becomes fuller and deeper with a scattering of stars. Tonight, Shabbat becomes for us an island of joy, surrounded by days filled with all that other stuff. We can be grateful to our worship committee for leading our community in joyful worship, a joyful worship experience, one they created to bring us together in strength and solidarity. For my message tonight, I wanted to share with you some poetry that has given me comfort, especially in the past couple of weeks. These few selections acknowledge that we're all going through a lot, and they give us hope in the midst of everything else. The Unbroken by Roshani Ray. There is a brokenness out of which comes the unbroken, a shatteredness out of which blooms the unshatterable. There is a sorrow beyond all grief which leads to joy, and a fragility out of whose depths emerges strength. There is a hollow space too vast for words through which we pass with each loss, out of whose darkness we are sanctioned into being. There is a cry deeper than all sound, whose serrated edges cut the heart as we break open to the place inside, which is unbreakable and whole while learning to sing. The next poem is about light, like I mentioned before, but this time there's even just barely a mention of darkness. It's called How the Light Comes by Jan Richardson. I cannot tell you how the light comes. What I know is that it is more ancient than imagining, that it travels across an astounding expanse to reach us, that it loves, searching out what is hidden, what is lost, what is forgotten, or in peril or in pain, that it has a fondness for the body, for finding its way toward flesh, for tracing the edges of form, for shining forth through the eye, the hand, the heart. I cannot tell you how the light comes, but that it does, that it will, that it works its way into the deepest dark that enfolds you, though it may seem long ages in coming or arrive in a shape you did not foresee. And so, may we this day turn ourselves toward it. May we lift our faces to let it find us. May we bend our bodies to follow the arc it makes. May we open and open more and open still to the blessed light that comes. And now I'll end the third selection. It's a poem, it's a prayer written by the great Israeli poet Yehuda Amichai. It's called God's Change, but Prayers Remain Forever, from his book, which is called Open, Closed, Open. I'll read it first in English, and then in Hebrew, and then in English again. It's very short, but filled with meaning, so hearing it twice, or for some of you 3 times, if you know the Hebrew, it's really important. I declare with perfect faith that the prayers preceded God. The prayers created God, and God created human beings, and human beings create the prayers that created God, that creates human beings. Ani omer be'emunah shlema, שהתפילות קדמו לאלוהים. Hatefilot yatzru et ha'Elohim. Ha'Elohim yatzar et ha'adam. V'ha'adam yotzer tefilot. Sheyotzerot et ha'Elohim. Sheyotzer et ha'adam. I declare with perfect faith that the prayers preceded God. The prayers created God, and God created human beings. And human beings create the prayers that create God, that create human beings. For me, this poem teaches that theology isn't so important, that in fact our prayers have more power than even God. We have a lot to pray about, and I declare with perfect faith that our prayers will make a difference. Shabbat Shalom.